Shalom, Yashala, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Yashar Allah. Kol Holoyim La Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Harakah Kodash. For blessing our elders with the spirit of truth so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Akwaf that's keeping the faith in the work. Shall keep at it. This your brother Abaya coming at you with more precepts. It's the book of Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15. It says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil." Right? Wherefore, be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of Yahweh is. Right? The will of Yahweh is to destroy Babylon, but pain and suffering got to come first. We praying that we are a member of those elect individuals that are marked for exemption, that's spoken of in Ezekiel chapter 9 and verse 4. But we can see the signs of the daughter of Babylon crumbling with each day that passes. Right? So apparently, it's this new thing that, we're supposed to be looking out for. And apparently, it's supposed to be coming in the same way that last thing came. That thing that hit in the end of 2019, beginning of 2020, that shut the whole world down. Right? And just like before, the daughter of Babylon's media really ain't covering this thing. But you got certain, social media news sites that are. So will this thing shut down the world again? Hey, who knows? All I know is the WHO, the World Economic Forum, and different political leaders around the world have been passing different legislation as it pertains to another demic. So with that, let me let this play. I'll be back.
China's hospital. It's happening again. China's hospitals are filling up with patients. Almost all of them are children. Their symptoms are strikingly similar to the Wuhan virus: high fever and lung infection. There are many clusters of patients. Doctors say they have pneumonia, but they don't know what's causing the infection. They failed to figure out the root cause. Is this a new variant of the Wuhan virus? Is it a bacterium or a new disease altogether? As always, China is not being transparent. And I know what you're thinking. This is a repeat of 2019. It sounds like one, when mysterious disease was ripping through China. First, Beijing played down the outbreak. Then they concealed the truth. And the result was a global pandemic, the worst of our times. 4 years later, we have a new outbreak in China, one that Beijing cannot explain. So what really is happening? There is limited information as of now. We don't know exactly when the outbreak began or how many patients are in hospital. But we can tell you that the hotspot is northern China. The surge seems recent, also unexpected. Some reports say hospitals are overwhelmed and schools on the verge of a shutdown. Obviously, because this is affecting children. So parents in China are worried. In one instance, they were heard asking authorities if they're covering up another outbreak. So not just the rest of the world, even the people of China do not trust their government. And clearly, they were not ready for this. Also, there is something strange about this outbreak, the fact that it's hitting only children. Not many adults are showing these symptoms. The number of infected children, though, is quite high. Meanwhile, a new report is doing the rounds. It comes from a platform called ProMed. Now, ProMed is basically a surveillance system built by the International Society for Infectious Diseases. And what does ProMed do? It monitors disease outbreaks the world over. This is where a lot of doctors first learned about the Wuhan virus. ProMed had carried reports of the first cases in 2019. And now it is focusing on the new outbreak in China. And here is what it says. It is called the disease an undiagnosed pneumonia. That's what experts are also calling it, an undiagnosed pneumonia. The report also features some quotes from locals. One of them is from Beijing, from inside it.
So just 1 second. I want to intervene just for a second. Now, I was wondering why. I don't know if you noticed this as well, but they've been having commercials for a VAX for pneumonia, right? And this was I want to say it's been going on like a year strong now. They've been having different commercials pertaining to a VAX that's associated with, that thing, that C thing, right? And it also has been specified for pneumonia, and all of this like on some out the blue type stuff, right? And now all of a sudden, and we seeing this happen, right? Nothing's by coincidence; it's all by design.
Children's Hospital. This is what a local resident in Beijing said, and I'm quoting, many are hospitalized. They don't cough and have no symptoms. They just have a high temperature or fever, and many develop pulmonary nodules. Now, you're not allowed to report to school. If you have any symptoms such as fever, cold, cough, and then you're hospitalized, you can ask for leave. Then there are more ground reports. The second one is from the Liaoning province. Again, this is from a children's hospital. It's called the Dalian Children's Hospital. The situation here is quite bad. Locals say the hospital lobby is full of sick children. They're receiving intravenous or IV drips. Children are receiving IV drips in the hospital lobby. I have a quote from a hospital staffer. This is what he says. Patients have to wait in line for 2 hours, and we are all in the emergency department, and there are no general outpatient clinics. So the outbreak is large and serious. Some videos are spreading on Chinese social media. We've not been able to verify these, but they are quite shocking. It appears children are doing their classes from hospitals. Take a look at this.
So that's enough, you know. So I don't plan on making this video long. Like I said, I saw this and it reminded me of what happened back in 2019, and I know I've been seeing different news reports on legislation pertaining to like sovereignty on different nations with the WHO, just in case some kind of outbreak happens again. Then basically whatever that government is, right, will have to do what the WHO says, basically, right? And then you got, after some of those videos came out, even myself, I did content on the topic, and it got taken down, and I got a strike, right, for they called it misinformation, I believe, right, or going against community guidelines, something like that, right? But now you seeing all of this stuff coming together, right? But that's how the devil operate. This is Matthew 24 and verse 6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows." Right, the beginning of sorrows being started is just, like Scripture says, the plagues will come upon this earth like a woman giving birth. It gets worse and worse and worse, right? But Matthew 24 and verse 13, "But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved." So we already see the plots and plans of the devil. We understand that the Lord got this thing in motion to bring about the end of the daughter of Babylon. All we have to do is just endure sound doctrine, right? Endure in the faith, right? Endure the trials and tribulations that we are appointed, right? Like it says in Zechariah chapter 13, we'll have to go through the fire, but after we make it through, we'll be known as the Lord's people, and he will be known as our power, right? So I ended with that, man. Yahweh Shemel Sharatazah, these precepts in this video were edifying. Call Holoyam La, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Harakakwadash, Shalom, Yashalom.